Aries, this is Crystal Rose with Comfy Soul. I'm here to do your reading. So I have all kinds of things going on in my head. There's a lot of excitement, energy. So I'm going to start with the Light Seers Tarot. Had to remember the name. This is what it looks like on the back. This is what it looks like on the front. You might want to pay attention to this first card. Looks like choices. What is this? 7 of Cups. Decisions to make, living in fantasy land, maybe having too many options, maybe you have people to choose from. So we'll come back to that. And I'm going to use the Oracle of the 7 Energies by Colette Baron Reed. Here's the book, to give you some advice at the end. So real quick, I'm going to split the deck. Let's see what lands at the bottom. Great and Fool. Aw. It's like gratitude. It's a root chakra card and the number 4, Great and Fool. I love this deck. It's so beautiful. So, things to be grateful for. Filling your own cup. Something come in to fill your cup. So let's see what this brings you to. Okay, I'll come back to that later. We'll use that for advice. So right now, let's get into your reading. I was singing like all kinds of songs just before I came on here. So I was also like super anxious. And when I get to that space, that's when I will, I just heard in my head, make it stupid. Like if something feels heavy or anxiety comes in or limiting beliefs or thoughts show up, that's where my Hey Yoga empath vibe will kick in and I will do something ridiculous. So I've been singing for the last 10 minutes, making up songs about how I'm going to do Aries reading and like to the theme of, to the tune of the theme song for the cartoon Ambiguously Gay Duo. The Ambiguously Gay Duo. So I was singing songs about reading your cards. So don't be surprised if that pops up again. Yeah. So, and I also thought I should mention the song because I made up 2 or 3 songs and they were all to that tune. So I figured I needed to tell you guys for some reason. So do whatever you want with that. Tell me what that means to you. Is that a favorite cartoon of yours? I appreciate the humorous undertones to what appeared to be a very normal scenario, right? Which is what makes it ambiguous. So funny. Okay, anyway, let's get started. I'm going to tell you a story. So I'm going to start with a Celtic cross type reading and then add things from there, whatever I need to get from there. So if you have something specific that you would like to tackle, I would like you to please keep that at the top of your mind because you can take readings so many different ways and it can be very confusing for you if you don't have something to apply it to. So I would like you right now to focus your intentions on answers that you need. So then when I give you the answers, you'll know where to fit that in your scenario, okay? I don't want it to be the other way around where I'm thinking for you. I need you to think for yourself because that's what makes the world go round, yo. All right, let's see what's happening. And then whatever clarities we need, right? Okay. So, in the immediate future, we have you in a middle space here. 5 of Pentacles. Reminding you this is the Light Seers Tarot, in case you can't remember. So if you like this deck, there's a link down below to purchase the deck. Light Seers Tarot, 5 of Pentacles, speaks to me about... So I use the Light Seers as a Hey Yoga empath because I feel like It is a more positive way to look at what's going on around you. Now, this looks rough, right? This is somebody who's crouched down on the ground. They got their head down. They've lost half their money, and they're trying to find another way forward, right? But there's also a light in there. There's also a peacefulness with that, where it's like, okay, I surrender to this being my current situation. What can we do moving forward? There's a forward movement energy here. So I don't hate this. I'm also paying attention to the key being right there in the corner. So you have the key. It is there. You just got to pick your head up, go grab that key, and go unlock the door to the rest of your abundance. All your other coin, all the other money you're looking for is back there, okay? The other thing I was paying attention to is the fact that they're wearing some type of shawl. It seems to be like this dirty green. I'm hearing vintage. It's like the that funky green shag carpet of the 70s, you know? So, but I'm seeing that it is wrapped around their shoulders. It is like a warm hug. It is support, and green is a healing color. So I'm hearing spilled milk. So maybe don't spend so much time focusing on what has happened, how you've been wounded, how you lost money, what occurred, and focus forward is what I'm getting from this. Okay, so that's your immediate future. Let's go to the present moment and the challenge within your present moment. So this is the present moment. Looks like you're going on a journey, you're walking away, you're headed for something new. This gives me the feeling of you were living on that mountaintop, or so you thought you could stay there. And then they're giving me the image of this volcano opening up, or like some sinkhole or some kind of something. Your whole foundation got shaken up from underneath you. Things ended, jobs, careers, relationships, your thought process, I'm hearing, is the big one. And so this is you letting go and moving on, like understanding this is better for me. I need to move forward. I've got to keep going. I still have some things I'm taking with me, so all was not lost. And it's not about the material. It's about my opportunity to move forward. It's about not thinking about what I'm leaving behind, but finding better opportunities moving forward, okay? The challenge with this present situation is heartache. Losing something, dealings with feelings of loss, dealing with betrayal, really needing to have that final scream about the darkness that you're walking away from. If I go back to this card here, there's a barren mountain there. Like if you tried to keep living on that, there's nothing left for you. Do you understand? So this is a deeper way to connect with more of you and less of what had you attached to this painful situation. You understand? Okay. In the distant past, there was some kind of passionate, fun, sexy adventure you went on. You might have started a business hastily. You might have jumped into a relationship that was very chemistry oriented, sex oriented, looked like an escape route, looked like because it's an Aries type of way to just like jump on a path and go for it. If it looks like it's showing up at a time, especially where you need to find another way to go somewhere else. So it's almost like Aries are really good at manifesting another situation to get into immediately, whether that's another job or a relationship or some form of distraction from the path where you on, where maybe you hit an obstacle. They're showing me a speed bump. No obstacles for you though. This is one of those speed bumps that's, not too painful to jump over, but is still there, right? So your sense of adventure here in the distant past and the recent past, there's still hope. So it's not a bad thing to have that sense of adventure, right? Because moving forward, you're able to, what's the word I want to still find always something to move forward to. There's always another option. There's always hope. There's something more you can create. It's like you literally pull awesomeness out of the air. Okay, so the best outcome for what's happening here is really kind of neat. It's the Ten of Pentacles. This is all the abundance, a great foundation, a happy home, an excellent family situation, like literally reaching a celebration, an achievement, a reward that you had due, especially after this heartache, loss, betrayal, this thing you went through, and these feelings of lack. Remember, this is how this all looks to you if you focus on this, is I only have this and I will continue to only have this. But what you're realizing is there is a way forward. So the factors that are affecting your situation right now is basically your feelings. If you take your abundance, your money, your coin, and you apply it to energy, feeling, emotion, because it's just stuff, right? But we give it some form of value. We give it some kind of meaning in our heart. It makes us feel some kind of way, okay? So here is this hoarding energy. It's hanging tight. It's like, I'm not safe. I'm not taken care of. People betray me. They break my heart. And so this has to manifest outwardly. And the way that it manifests outwardly is in loss of financial or material or housing or something of that nature, job loss, home loss, etc. So buying into this story of lack will be the thing that keeps the situation perpetuating. The outside influences that are actually looking pretty positive to me is your intuition. So your intuition will be your best friend. It will be your way out. It will be the way that you can still focus on your dreams, go with the flow of the cycles, still find I was feeling something in my face and I was like, should I describe that? But I guess I have to because it stopped me in my tracks. I was going to say, really feeling this intuition coming in, but then I literally felt it before I could say it. When you have someone around you in the ethereal realm that is manifesting in a physical form, think ectoplasm, think people you feel standing around you. You're like, I know I'm being watched. I'm not here alone, that kind of thing. So what I felt just now was a slight pressure right here on the side of my nose up at the top. This is like in the sinus cavities. And it is what happens when you have like the airplane pressure change or something like that, or like you're climbing a mountain. So when somebody is manifesting around you etherically, you will feel a change in pressure. So in your ears, in your sinus cavities, like in the way you hear things in general will change. You might hear echoes. You might hear sound closing in and getting quieter, like someone put pillows over your ears. So someone's here. And I feel like this is family, ancestral support, also helping you get to this place of abundance and happiness and joy and good foundation and family. So that's a sign. Take note that if you feel pressure changes like that, you're being supported. There's someone around you. Pay attention to your last thought and you'll know why they're there. Okay? So all this hope is manifesting in the right direction. You do feel that there is another way through. And the way through is, and your hope is, I can follow my dreams. I can find real people that are supportive. I can find good friends and good partners and good partnerships at work. So it doesn't have to continue be the story of these people that use you for your energy, use you for your money, use you for your, you know, all the beautiful things Aries have to offer. We're like, you know, Spirit's showing me a basket, like throwing flowers out, but each of these flowers is like some Aries type of energy, right? So it's something like, this is how I sing and dance. That explains my singing and dancing earlier. This, the ability to always shift and transmute something even not so great into joy or excitement or another way to look at it or another adventure. So this is finding the right partnerships. The final outcome is you actually just have choices. And I'm feeling you have choices in how you're going to work, how, what you allow in with relationships, what you're going to focus in on and where you're going to put your energy. They told me to look it closer. So there's a snake there. That's why they want me to look. To look past those sneaky energies that have left you broke and broken and in heartache, and take the lessons you've learned and move forward and make a decision about what you're going to do with that. Okay. Let me grab you something from Oracle of the Seven Energies, Colette Baron Reed. I love this deck. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And if you'd like to get it, there will be a link down below in the description. Woo, that came flying out. The Time Machine. Wow. I'm also hearing that Pink Floyd song, The Machine. Welcome, my son. Welcome to the machine. So that song is about being in the system, the way things work, the way some people will, you know, oppress another group of others to keep this whole system going. I'm seeing literally like all of the Americas and our history and how everything works, from like why we don't use hemp to, you know, the paper industry, the timber industry wanting to not change their thing. The same thing with like wind power and solar and alternative forms of, you know, gas and energy and, you know, coal and oil and all that, you know, still wanting to keep business going as is. So the machine is the system, right? It's the thing that's built to keep the rest of this functioning the way they want it to function. But I have a feeling this is you really owning there's so much happening in my head right now. Really owning. It's like you're having a gigantic deja vu right now. This is New Year's energy. You want to move forward. You're freaking Aries. You're the first sign of the zodiac. And there is like, let's go, rah, 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 right? And then what do I do with this energy? Where do I go? Where is it safe? Who's going to support me? Do I need anyone to support me? It's just like making sure that you make the right choices so that you don't miss out because you feel like you lost time wasted, energy wasted with other people, things, choices, etc. I think a lot of people feel that way right now, not just Aries. So all is not lost. Time is a construct. Let's see what it says in the book, because this is definitely, if you look right here in the corner, this is a root chakra card. This is red. Also 3 is the Trinity. And I'm also hearing teamwork, cooperation, like 3 of Pentacles in the tarot. Also 3 of Cups they're showing me, which is emotional fulfillment with, you know, the right teamwork and the right players and the right partners. So let's see what's in this time machine. Okay. Number 3, Colette Baron Reed. Oracle of the 7 energies. 7 energies because it goes with your chakras, right? Okay. Let's see. This is inherited patterns, conditioning, ooh, lessons already learned, cellular memory, honoring the past without being trapped there. I don't even need to read the rest of this. I have so much to say about this subject. Let me hit these points one by one. Inherited patterns, limiting beliefs and things you've learned from those in authority above you or people who taught you and guided you. So teachers in industries that were like, you'll never make it unless you this. Parents and their beliefs around money and how you've inherited those beliefs and think that you have to continue things the same way in order to what? Keep things going the same? Like, no, that's absolutely what you don't want. Like, shake it up. Okay. Conditioning, lessons already learned, cellular memory, things where when you see something that is familiar, you remember it from the past, how your body reacted, and it makes you resistant to want to move forward. Bigger picture, past life memories that prevent you from moving forward because you're feeling some kind of way. Okay. Like you felt this feeling before, this type of situation. Like say you wanted to teach or be on YouTube and teach something, right? But your fear is you're going to get your head chopped off, or, you know, people want you to die and burn you on the cross because you were burned on the cross before in a previous life, or you were beheaded, which is definitely one of my stories on a couple occasions. So know that in this lifetime, you are far more safe than that. You're not going to be burned on a cross. You're not going to be beheaded. And, you know, the likelihood of you watching this in a country that will do that is probably slim, which means you wouldn't be seeing this in that case because Spirit would want to protect you from the fear of you showing up and doing what you need to do, right? So I just said a lot. That was a lot to fathom right there. So if you stayed with me, great. If you didn't, don't worry about the last thing I just said, because that was like layer upon layer of depth right there. Honoring the past without being trapped there. So you can say gratitude for the lessons, things that you've learned. Thanks to your parents for what you understand you no longer want to believe as a limiting pattern of behavior and thought. Just gratitude for finding a different way. And then remember that card I pulled earlier at the beginning was the gratitude card, whatever it said on the Oracle of the Seven Energies. Great and full, I think it said. So you've learned a lot. You've been through a lot. Let's see if there's anything else here they want me to know with the time machine. Yes, things can be awkward and uncomfortable as old hurts are revealed and new solutions are attempted. The time is ripe for change, so keep going forward, yo. Each step is important. Allies will rally, but in the end, you are the one you've been searching for. Whoop, whoop. Did I not say that? Yes. One day you will remember how your beautiful new story was just around the corner. Remember that line. I'm going to read that again in the right way because that was the energy I was seeing earlier, right? With letting go and moving forward. Don't look at the losses. Focus on what you've learned and what you can create moving forward. One day you will remember how your beautiful new story was just around the corner. Don't quit 5 minutes before the miracle. Everything seemed slow and didn't go the way you wanted it to, but now, like, this is literally the beginning of the rest of your life. Like, it starts now. It was a late blooming thing because you're the first zodiac, you're the most adventurous, and you are the most willing, sorry to say this, but it's true, you're the most willing to jump into something and experience it. So you're living, to say that you did it, and to try something out. So there's bumps along the way when you do that, but at the same time, it's the most fulfilling life you can possibly live. And it gives you so much wisdom and knowledge you can definitely do so much with. With teaching or just like enjoying where you're at and finally settling and, you know, retiring or what have you. But you can go wherever you want with that. Share it with others. Write it in a memoir, leave it to your grandchildren. You know, make a documentary, go out and teach the masses about the hard lessons you've learned and prevent them from going through the same things, or like at least show them there's a form of support and they're not alone, right? Because most people go through this stuff alone, but Aries, you're so good at being willing to communicate, being willing to feel, being willing to experience. And it becomes very, very lonely and heartbreaking if you attach your energy to other people and situations, wanting them to come with you when they're just not ready. You understand? So, do you. Nothing is lost in the time machine. You create time. It's not attached to anything. The past and the present and the future are all happening at once. It's all come full circle. And I'm also taking this like a guitar neck, like on the, I don't know what you call that game, Guitar Hero. Um, and again, they're reminding me of the Pink Floyd song. This is your rock and roll time, man. Rock and roll. Yeah. All right. I'm going to leave it there. That's enough. I've done enough here. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like a personal reading, go to comfysoul.com. There's a link down below. Thanks for your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.